I could have saved this video for tomorrow or the weekend, but I was so excited I had to make a video on it. So Lordstown Motors has, and normally I only make 2 videos a day, and today is my third video for the day. Why? Because I'm so excited about this news. It makes me so happy as a shareholder because I think that a lot of money will start piling into Lordstown stock. Just my opinion, not financial advice. But we'll see what happens. But I think this is fantastic news for Lordstown. I think this will help them tremendously. So this gives them an injection of $280 million. $230 million is from selling the facility, and $50 million is from Lordstown. From Foxconn investing $50 million worth of common stock in its new partner and plans to assemble the Endurance. $50 million is approximately, like, I don't know, depending on the price they got it at, it's approximately 10-ish million shares, I think. Let me just pull out a calculator. Let's call it $8. 8 times 50. Oh, that's, wait, 50 million divided by 8. Oh, 6.25 million shares. 6 million shares to, 6.2 million shares. That's not too dilutive, but it does give them, an incentive to help Lordstown succeed. So not only do they have a partner that is very, very well known in the manufacturing space, they also have $280 million of cash injection. I think according to their press release, they had about $230 million in cash. So, with this, they'll have about half a billion dollars of cash. And they also have another $400 million of equity. And they have $0 of debt on their balance sheet. So they could, in theory, take out some convertible notes or some loans and grow the company, or they can keep their balance sheet clean and have $0 on the debt and just focus on selling the endurance cars. So why do I find this really good news? Because now Lordstown is not in charge of ramping up the manufacturing of the vehicle. Foxconn is responsible for ramping up the vehicle. So Lordstown, the only focus is to help Foxconn with the ramping of the vehicle and potentially making new prototypes for Foxconn to work on. So that's their focus now. Their focus is not on vehicle production. That is Foxconn's job. So Foxconn has a lot of money. They have billions and hundreds of billions of dollars on their balance sheet. They can easily make, they can easily ramp, and like before, when Lordstown was by itself, I would expect maybe 10,000 cars a year. But we could see, in 2022, we could literally see, Lordstown ramp up 100,000 cars a year because of Foxconn. Foxconn is going to fully utilize the entire facility. They're gonna hire all the employees. Lordstown, the only focus is to try to be as efficient and profitable as possible. I think this is great news. So we'll see what happens with the stock price, but I'm very bullish on Lordstown right now. I am not selling my shares. I'm if the stock doesn't get pumped massively, I'm thinking of adding to my position, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm thinking that tomorrow will be like a pump and dump day. It's gonna, in the start of the day, it's gonna get excited. All the day traders are gonna come in, pump the stock up, and then dump it because they're gonna trade the stock. And then I feel like throughout the entire week, the weekend there's gonna be a lot of positive news. Then on Monday it's probably gonna get pumped up again, and then we'll see. I think by next week we could see Lordstown over $10. That is my opinion only, not financial advice. At the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think Lordstown is going to get pumped over $10 in the short term here. I feel like Seymour, I feel like this guy right here is getting paid by short sellers to try to bash on it as much as possible. I'm going to play a little bit of his, like, what he talks about, and then I will talk about more about for myself. So let's begin.
A lot more cash. They just announced that they've got about $240 million of cash on their balance sheet, down from where they'd expected. They have SG&A that's just been upgraded to $120 million. This was a company that, when we were chronicling this demise months back, was using words like concern of being a going entity. Right, IP and technology are things that have a lot of value, and maybe that's the best way. And contract production is certainly a way to keep your cost base down, and really the only way they can do it. But I would be running far from this one. This to me is optionality for Foxconn. I get why they're there. As an investor in the equity of Lordstown Motors, I don't get why you're there.
All right, Lordstown.
I feel like he is totally being paid off by short sellers. That's just my opinion. That's all pure speculation at the end of the day. But he could have mentioned that they had $240 million of cash on their balance sheet, and they're getting an injection of another $280 million. And then he could also mention that the SG&A could go down because now Foxconn is producing their cars, and Lordstown can scale back on the SG&A. But nope, he's like, whatever, Lordstown, stay away from the stock, it's terrible, blah blah blah, So I just, that's why I feel like this guy is, he's connected to a lot of big money, and short sellers are big money, and short sellers is trying to tell him, hey, we need you to bash on Lordstown, try to talk negatively about it. That's just my opinion. I don't know at the end of the day. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm going to hold this long term, and I'm going to add on to my position. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but I'm hoping there's not too much of a pump, because I would like to add just a little bit more stock into this, because very excited about this, and I'm very, very confident that this thing's going back to $10, and I still feel like this is a fantastic buying opportunity. But again, not financial advice, just my opinion. Now we go on the Lordstown Twitter page. As we can see, a lot of excitement right now. There's looking forward to the great partnership with Hanhai Technology Group, Foxconn. So, very, very, very positive momentum right now. And from a charting perspective, Lordstown is bullish. It's bullish because, look at that. It's uptrending. It's made a golden cross. It's uptrending. I'm thinking that we could see maybe possibly $10 here in the short term, maybe even higher, maybe 13, 14. Who knows? Maybe even $20 in the near future here. That would be like a double on your money if you buy it right here. If you bought it at $5, that's 4x your money. So, it really, buying at a certain price really, really matters. But it's too. I think $5 is too late. I don't think it'll ever go back down to $5. I think you'll be lucky to see this thing go back down to $7, maybe $6.50. I don't think $5 will ever happen again. But we'll see what happens. Right now I feel like it's probably not even go back. It's probably not even go back down to $7.50. I think if this thing hits $7.50, I think it's a strong buying opportunity. Anywhere between $7.50 and $8, I think that's a big opportunity to scale in. But hey, this is my opinion and not financial advice. I don't think I honestly don't even think that'll happen. I think I think this thing's gonna moonshot to $10 in a very short term. Then it's probably gonna trade sideways, and then with some more positive news, like earnings reports and stuff like that, we could see maybe 14, 15. But who knows? Maybe Wall Street bets will get their hands on it, try to squeeze the shorts out, and this thing will moonshot to like 30, 40, 50, $100 in the short term. Who really knows at the end of the day? Personally, I'm very bullish, especially at the $8. I think it's fantastic opportunity. I mean, $5 was awesome, but I don't think it's gonna go down there anymore. I think that sale is over. But that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. So anyways, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to sub and like or dislike if you want, and have a great day. Bye.